All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Keto90 Kickstart call. My name is Paul Croto, and I'm so excited to be here today on day 2 with group 2. So, yes, we're doing our fast for 16 hours. It's 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. So those of you that can on the East Coast, cheers. Let's break that fast. All right, outstanding. So we like to start off with each call by talking about good things. And just before I hit the record button, we all found out that Pamela is in ketosis. So that's the big news of the day here. Is anybody else in ketosis? That's really fast too. Like, wow. Not sure how that, I just realized that today's day 2. So that is super.
I'm in between 1.5 and 4.
Yeah, wow. Like that's crazy good fast. Now have you ever been on a keto diet before? No.
Never.
So Cheryl, Pamela already is showing positive for ketones on day 2, which is we always knew that Pamela was an overachiever, but we just didn't know how much of an overachiever she really is. Yeah, Cheryl's muted. We got to unmute Cheryl here.
That is so cool, Pamela. Oh my gosh.
Now today we got Cheryl on a laptop, I'm assuming.
Nope. I'm on my phone because I'm getting ready to take Angelica to her horse riding lesson.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So now Angelica owns this, or she's leasing this horse now, right?
Right. She's going to ride a couple of other ones today though. But the horse that she's leasing, she rides on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Oh, so she's already moving on to mom's teaching her not to let grass grow under her feet. Like we keep on moving on to another horse.
Exactly. No, she's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes, that's so true.
We don't want to ride the same horse for too long here.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Keep your options open. Let's have a growth mindset.
Yes,
grow.
If we could all have Cheryl for our mom, we'd be all much better off. Okay, so who else has got good news this morning on our Keto90 Kickstart Day 2? Carrie, what are you shaking your head for? Oh, you're muted. Hang on a second. I got to unmute you here. All right, you're good now.
I don't have good news other than I made it through day 1.
Well, that is good news.
And I got rid of my headache.
You woke up today. You'd have no headache.
I woke up today. Yeah.
Yeah. How's your right hand doing? I saw that.
It's doing great. It's doing great.
Now that's like carpal tunnel, or what's that situation?
Now I had basal thumb arthritis that I had surgery for. They actually remove a bone from your thumb and recreate it with tendons and wadded up tendons and all kind of interesting medical terms.
Wow, that does not sound pleasant, but hopefully you'll be recovering soon with all the nutrients you're taking and
absolutely,
and feeling good. Yes, but she, so here's Terry. Like I just need like this big of an excuse to like not do something. So here's Terry with writing out her 50 affirmations of I weigh, and she does it with a broken hand. So that's that is motivational. So thank you for that. Everybody do their homework. They wrote up. What was that?
Thank you for the inspiration.
You're welcome. That really, really works. I know Cheryl writes that out every single day, 50 times too, to keep that in front of her mind. But who else? Did everyone else do their homework? I saw a bunch of people posted in there. I'm going to make sure. Good. Anybody else got any questions, problems, good things that are going on, bad things that are going on? Day 2. Yes, Shirley. We got to unmute you too.
Okay, I just want to say that I started halfway through the first group, but I've restarted with the second group. But I wanted to say, I had told the ladies beforehand, I'm in ketosis at 3.2 because I do it via my blood, and 3.2, and that's the highest I've ever been since I've been on Keto90. since 2017. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So just to be straight up honest with everybody, this was just an idea of mine to do shakes. And wow, and I've had this conversation with other nutritionists in the industry, and they do mention to me how great like drinking a shake as your last meal is. And Cheryl and I promote that. Like the weight loss is incredible when you do that. I'm like, really? It doesn't seem like that would make a big deal. Like it's 300 calories is 300 calories, as long as the fat ratios and protein and carb ratios are good. Like I really never thought it would make that big of a difference. But what I've learned from this little experiment here is from hundreds of people losing so much weight, where when you can make the majority of your meals liquid, I know that there's been what is a doctor supervised liquid diets in the past that they put you on like 3 something a day, or is it anybody familiar with any of those?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, me too. I don't know the details about it, but I know that works for a lot of people. And it may not be something sustainable. Again, it's hard to say what's sustainable and what's not, because it all comes down to mindset, right? So it's just like, if you tell yourself, oh, that's impossible to do, well, then it's impossible to do. But I think in my own personal life, I've slowly but surely, so I first gave up gluten, and I said that just doing that made me actually gain 25 pounds. So that didn't work. And then I had to come to the realization that it's more than just gluten, it's carbohydrates. Like my body just is not good with handling carbohydrates, like most people's bodies are. I can put on 10 pounds in 2 seconds. It's just that easy for me to do. So I have to be aware of that. It's just how my body responds to it. I am not a diabetic. I have had my blood sugar levels measured in the morning, and they're perfect. I mean, they can't get better than what I got, but I have something called reactive hypoglycemia, which means I'm perfect, but then if you give me like a bagel or a glass of orange juice or something, I go up so high, and then my body overreacts and I drop like a rock, and I literally have to go take a nap. So I get that big of a swing from doing things like that. Now, Sweeties has helped tremendously at cutting that back, to not have those big swings. But as Doc says, you can't out-supplement a bad diet. And it all depends on the person on what the definition of a bad diet is. But for me, it's eating carbohydrates. Even with the Sweeties and a lot of it and the glucogenics, I can't lose weight. I feel better, and I don't have the big ups and downs of blood sugar levels, but I still can't lose weight. So I have to be at an extremely low level. But when I'm in ketosis, I am unstoppable. Like I become Superman, literally, from doing that. And I've heard that from so many different people. Just the way they feel on this is just unbelievable. So being in ketosis is a magical place, and it's great to live off that. The analogy in the industry is that you're living off of coal now. So it's like a slow burning, even. You're not having these ups and downs throughout the day. Like most people say, well, I get tired around 10, so then I have a donut, and then at noon I'm tired, and then at 2 I'm tired, and then I'm tired at 5, and I'm tired at 7. It's just like all day long they got like these ups and downs in their energy and how they feel. And I just don't have those anymore. I'm just always perfect. So really, really love this program. But the key is getting into ketosis, and it's just amazing that drinking the shakes has done such an amazing quick job at helping people, not only like Pamela get into ketosis fast, but with Shirley to get into a deeper level of ketosis that you were never able to achieve before, from what I'm understanding.
Right.
With food, now you're able to do that because you've done the keto, the shake, and the fact that it's liquid and that it has the right ratios in it.
Right. So would you suggest that for me then to do the liquid more often than what I had been doing to stay there?
So yeah, I'm working with a lot of people kind of personally off of this program on this, and the liquid they do 300 calories of food, solid food, and then they do 300 calories of liquid, and the results are night and day at the moment. We're still under testing circumstances here, so
Okay, I will try that when we're able to eat food. I'll do that and see
yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, go back, so what's going to happen is you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all liquids. And then Thursday, so there's still 4 meals every single day. But we encourage, 1 or 2 of those on Thursday to be solid food, maybe one of them at least. And then Friday, we encourage 2 of them to be solid food, and then 2 liquid meals. And then some people go to three solid meals and then 1 liquid meal. I don't know. I never eat more than 2 solid meals. I'm always drinking either a shake in my keto coffee or that keto. So on the cube sheet, I put the keto hot chocolate recipe that I use with the collagen, and then a keto coffee, something. So I every day, like 7 days a week, do at least 2 liquid meals, sometimes 3. And that I never attributed my weight loss to that, but maybe I should give that more weight, because from what I'm seeing with other people, there's something magical about liquids and how it has less of an effect on your body. Your body has to work less to process it, and it's able to break down body fat faster because of it for some reason.
Okay.
What I can say, Paul, is that I was not hungry at all yesterday. I did have a headache, so that I know that process was moving along. Things were shifting. Yesterday, I was not in ketosis at all. I did speak with someone last night who said that testing your ketones first thing in the morning may not be the best thing to do because of your blood sugar levels shifting, because it can give you a artificial negative result. So I came home and I went to a networking event this morning. By the way, I've got 2 people that want to do the keto with me, right? So that was a big deal. Yep. And so I tested it, and I was shocked to see how far it had jumped. So if you're feeling discouraged because you're testing in the morning, you're not seeing the results, maybe wait until after you've, urinated once in the morning, and then maybe the next time you go or the time after that, like right before you break the fast, and see if you're in that. If you are, then start using the Rev. Don't use the Rev until you're in ketosis, so that it then will now turn you into a fat burning machine. Now you'll have the ability for it to really power up and make things happen for you. You do it 15 minutes before you do the breaking of the fast. And so I've lost 2 pounds. I don't have a lot of weight to lose. I want to lose a total of like 10.
Right.
So for me to have lost 2 pounds that quickly, and I'm full from drinking these, I'm not feeling like I'm starving myself, but that's a large percentage of my total weight that I want to lose.
Right.
So
yeah. And it's those last 10 that are super difficult. That's always the case. So from what I understand, though, from what was told to me, that in the morning, because we've been resting, that your ketone levels would be higher. Like if you exercise or moving around a lot, you're obviously burning energy. So you're burning ketones because that's all you're using for energy. And that, throughout the day, if you measured it, it would tend not to be high, because there's no free ketones left. You're using them because you're being super active. Now, if you're just sitting at your desk, like I do, I'm sure I have ketones all day. But that's so you heard something different, Pamela, that I don't understand what they meant by your blood sugar levels switching. So then it would be a false negative.
Right. It was Trish Hetherington was talking with Marianne and me last night, and she was saying that because your blood sugar has dropped, right, Marianne? Isn't that what she said? Your blood sugar drops, and therefore it kind of falsifies or gives you a false negative of the ketones. Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand exactly what she was saying, but that's what she was just, alluding to, doing it in the morning, but doing it a little bit later in the morning, not like right when you get up, and giving your body a little bit of time to kind of get to balance and then test it. But that, that's just what she.
Yeah, I'm not following that thought pattern. So I would love to talk with her and find out where she heard that from, or what, or just so whenever I hear something, I got to think through that. Like, how's the body doing that? It makes sense to me that
from Dr. Claire Kelway, and that's where it had come from, because she was working closely with her on that.
Okay. It just makes sense to me, common sense, that if you're laying and you're not using any ketones, they should be building up in your system. So when you urinate, obviously you'd urinate extra ketones because there's ketones in your system extra that you could test. But if you just ran 10 miles, there would be nothing left. So if you test, it would come up negative, obviously, because you don't have any left. So that's my logic, but I may be off on that. So, okay, great. We'll get you the correct answer on that. But any other questions, comments, good things, bad things we want to cover? Marianne, welcome to the call. How you been?
Thank you. I am better.
You're better?
Well, I mean, I was sick like the first week you guys started this, so I wanted to join in, but I wasn't able to. So, I'm able to do it on this.
We just thought that you didn't love us anymore. I
know. I felt terrible. I not only felt terrible, but I felt terrible.
Right. Like literally felt terrible.
Literally. So, but I'm excited to be here, and I'm down a pound this morning, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And everything's going well. Ken had a little bit of a headache this morning, and I kind of feel okay. I don't feel like, woo! But we, since we're over here Mountain Time, I was trying to calculate because doing the shakes and the times, and I mentioned that yesterday. So we've converted. We were trying to stick with you guys on the East Coast, but we've converted to the Mountain Time.
Good. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But let me just go say that you're having an excellent hair day today. So I don't know how you're feeling, but your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Ironically, I have made an appointment to get it cut and styled and what have you. So that's what always happens, right? When you're going to go get your hair cut, all of a sudden everybody starts complimenting you on it.
Yeah, no, it looks like, have you been using the collagen or a different shampoo, or just, it looks
I am doing the collagen, which I absolutely love. And I usually stick with the longevity shampoo. They're once in a while I do have some of the Simply Hers, and I'll use that every once in a while. But
yeah, we need to take a poll on who's using what shampoo and conditioner, because I would love to know that, and which one to promote that is the fan favorite out there, because we got a few of them.
I have to say something, ladies.
Sure, Tracy.
And Paul, you can use it too if you want, Paul, but I don't know.
Sure.
So I just did mine, the Simply Hers blowout, you guys. Oh my gosh, that's like heaven in a bottle. So if you're using whatever, grab the blowout before you blow out. I
know Christine keeps calling me and telling me about it. That's the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, it is. Great. You can.
I've not had a chance to use it yet.
Freebie on social selling, so I got to try the shampoo and the blowout.
I haven't used the shampoo stuff, just the blowout, but I like it a lot.
My daughter really likes the shampoo. She's really, and the creamer, so she's really liking that. And then I do have some of the blowout, which I really love too.
Well, and if you guys get your men, the cologne, the number 2 smells phenomenal.
Okay, so what color is the number 2?
It's the blue one with the silver lid. I don't know which. It's great though. It smells so good.
All right, so I got a brown one, I got a gray one, and I got a white one.
Well, okay, it's number 2. Whatever it's called, number 2.
All right, I'll find out from somebody which one number 2 is, and I will wear that around you from now on.
Well, it's funny because Paul wears a really nice cologne, and I don't know what it is, but there's a wax melt at the store, like at Target, and it's called Illusion. So when Zoe and I were smelling them one day, she's like, "Oh, this smells like Paul." So if you go to like Walmart or Target and it says Illusion, it smells like Paul.
Yeah, so just everyone run out to Walmart today and get one of those candles, and
it's like you're here with us.
Yeah.
Paul, I already know that it's not a candle. It's Aqua di Gio.
Well, now, Cheryl, you're giving away all my beauty secrets live here on
Hey, listen, I know the smell of that anywhere.
Liquid. So, yeah. Okay. I don't know how we got way off here, but yeah,
Sorry.
so I'm actually trying the new Aqua di Gio. It's like a fall scent, winter scent, because this is real funny. So, what's happened is that women have loved that scent, but dated a guy or been married to a guy that they had a bad experience with one way or the other. He left her, cheated on her, something happened. And then she met a new guy and he was wearing the same scent and it triggered those old emotions from the last guy. And she ended up they ended up hating him. So Aqua di Gio, Armani had to create like a little off scent from that cologne Aqua di Gio so that women would have a different opinion of the second guy. True story.
Oh my gosh. that's
Olfactory
hilarious.
is the strongest memory trigger.
It is. It is. So look at Bruno. Now Bruno's going to chime in here. Bruno's going to have his his cologne.
I love it. Thank you, Paul.
Bruno's beauty tips here.
Thank you.
I'll tell you that's true. Pamela's right. Every time I smell Polo, oh, my heart Twitter page takes me back to 1987. Thompson twins fainting in the hall when the boy would walk down the hall wearing Polo and 3 Polo shirts at one time.
Yeah.
Mine was Koros.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I had Drakkar back in high school. That was the go-to. But now that I make more money, I can afford Aqua di Gio.
There we go. Yeah.
So
I like Old Spice.
Old Spice. There's a good one. That's a good one. And it's always been solid. But now I have new ones. So I need to test these. I got the was it the Christmas sampler I got or something? Alex is like, you got to get it.
Yeah.
Alex and his advice. Okay, great. We have gone so far off topic. It's crazy. But all good. And so today we're doing some mindset training. I lost Cheryl again. Cheryl, what happened to you and your mom?
She's taking her daughter to the horse thing.
I know that, but I wanted to say hi to Rosemary. We had a special guest on the call today, and we for a hot moment, and then we lost her.
I think Cheryl.
Okay, Cheryl, you're completely muted, so I'm unmuting you. Hang on a second.
It now.
Oop, okay, you're good.
Say hi, Mom. Paul's saying hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Paul.
Rosemary.
How are you?
Hi to the woman from yesterday.
I'm supposed to say hi to the woman from yesterday.
How's Mom doing?
I am doing very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Just
You
better
look
now.
good.
Better now. Every time I see your smile, it just lifts me up a couple levels.
Well, you're kind. Thank you.
You are so wonderful.
It's
So
good to be here and good to.
yeah, do you have
Well,
any words
thank
of
you.
wisdom for the group here?
Never quit.
That is awesome. And I heard you got some great training you put together for the 90 for new prospects.
Hello.
Been really training them on the BTT options and the calcium options and the EFA options.
There are so many products out there that we can choose from. And when people say, well, what shall I use? Well, don't be afraid to try. Try different things. See what your body likes. Listen to your body. It'll tell you what it likes.
Yeah. Listen to
Cutting
Mom.
in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get Mom like her own Zoom show, Facebook
Yes.
Live show.
She would
Like
be
wisdom from
Well,
Mom
how
time.
do you like that now?
Yeah, like
Real chatty Kathy.
yeah, we can get my mom and your mom on, and they can just take over. No one will ever watch us again. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
We will
heaven
become
forbid, we
we'll
don't
become
want
not relevant in
it to
2
be the mom
seconds.
and mom show. So I'll
Yeah.
turn you back to Cheryl.
We do want it to be the mom and mom show.
The M&Ms.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Now we even got a name for the show. Yeah, my mom's got an opinion on everything too, so you guys will just click like nothing else. It'll be like peanut butter and jelly here.
You kids are cute and kind.
Well, have a wonderful day at horseback riding.
Well, that's where we're heading, and it sounds like fun, and it's all good. And
yeah, are you going to get on a horse today?
I didn't hear what you said.
Are you going to get on a horse today?
No, I'm going to be viewing the proceedings.
That's what grandmas do. They view.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Love ya.
Okay,
Bye.
have a great day.
Bye.
All right, Cheryl, we are talking about mindset, and today we're talking about purpose. So yesterday, we talked about the result that you want. So I weigh blank. And everyone wrote out 50 times, I weigh whatever weight you want to weigh to get that into your conscious and have it start seeping into your conscious mind, subconscious mind. So you need to do that all 3 days. And then we're going to go and encourage you to keep doing that twice every single day until you reach your goal. So to constantly keep that goal in front of your minds. Now, what happens here in the real world, I'm going to mute everybody out again, is that people forget, what their goals even were by Valentine's Day. They set these goals on January 1st, and I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And then by Valentine's Day, they don't remember what it was because they didn't write it down and keep it in front of them at all times. So you want to keep your goals, we like to call them results or intentions, however you want to phrase it, in front of you at all times. This is where I'm going. And you're telling your mind, not only is this where I'm going, but I'm already there. And feel how that feels. Like, I have to feel that, how does 180 feel? And how will I feel when I'm there? And it's those emotions that are going to carry you through the difficult moments that you have. So let's move on now to purpose. So Cheryl and I teach something called RPM, which is result, purpose, and then massive action plan. So RPM gives you speed, it gives you power, it gives you momentum. So we want to RPM everything. So we got a result. Now we got to have a purpose. Like, why in the world do you want to weigh this amount? So Pamela, you said, I want to weigh 118. And I know, Shirley, you wrote down, I want to weigh a certain amount. Everyone here has a certain number in their minds. Cheryl and I want to know why. Why do you want that so bad? So if anybody's willing to share, some of their deep whys, why they want this weight so bad. Pamela, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? 118 is my perfect weight. It was the weight that I was when I graduated high school, and it's the weight that I always go for whenever I'm working on any new program, because that's where my body feels best. If I go lower than that, I'm too skinny. Any more than that, I can go a couple pounds over, but if I go over too much, then my body is saying no. And so now that I'm postmenopausal, it's harder to get back to that original weight. And so I have to work at it. And that's why I wanted to try something different with the keto, to be able to get myself to burning that fat mode again, because I've always had a pretty good metabolism. So now I just need to, boost it up. And that's my goal.
So what's your big why though? Why are you doing it? Why do you want to get to 118?
Because it's how I look and feel best.
Okay. Excellent. Is there a certain dress that you want to fit into, a certain shirt or size of clothing, or
I want to stay in a bikini until I'm 80.
Stay in a bikini till I'm 80. That's a big why. Cheryl, I know you have the exact same why. What is your big why, Cheryl?
Oh yeah, because I want to wear a bikini till I'm 80. No, oh my God. I
You seem to be in a bad zone there, Cheryl.
Oh, I am. Am I still in a bad zone?
Yeah. What did
No.
you just say?
I am.
No, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What did you just say?
Well, I was just talking about how, well, I thought that that was the best thing that Pamela said. And I love that. And that's such a great why. And it's so interesting because when I look at Pamela, I just see a beautiful woman and she looks in shape and she looks wonderful. And I think a lot of times when people see us, they see what we want them to see instead of how we're really feeling inside and what we're, you know, like the struggles that we're having. So I think that that's really important to keep in mind as you are going through this change, right? Because all of us are changing and doing something that we may not have been able to do before, or might have been very hard. It's been very, very hard for me to get back to this this weight that I was before I had my kids. Right? And so, but everyone says, oh, well, you look fine. You look great. No, you don't have any weight to lose. But it's just like Pamela said, it's where I feel best. It's where I feel it's not necessarily anymore for me about the way I look, but it's really about the way I feel and the way my body feels best. Right? So it's all about how I feel best. And I always think about, you know, when I really think about my why, like, why do I want to do this? This is not easy. This is hard for all of us. But, and when I start thinking about, you know, why I really want to get there, a lot of times, all of these other thoughts come marching in about, oh, well, you know, you don't really have to do that. You're not really out on the dating scene anymore. Well, you know, you've had kids. That makes it different. Well, and so all of these things start coming in, and it's like, no, that's not right. That's not true. So I want you guys to be aware as you're really thinking about your why and getting that really strong why, that there might be other thoughts that are coming in too, but we just want to push those aside and really get focused and stay clear on the reason why we're doing this. And I think, Paul, that by doing that, it helps us get through some of these tough times that we know are going to happen. And that's okay. That's okay. You know, we don't want to think, oh, well, this is simple. This is easy. No, because if it was simple and easy, then let me tell you, we wouldn't have any overweight people, right? Because it would be simple and easy. So those are my thoughts, Phil.
Well, Cheryl, I don't know when you're going to tell everyone about this, but you know, Cheryl's going into a fitness competition now, and is training for the Miss Fitness.
What are you talking about?
You know, the competition you told me you're entering.
Stop it! I never said that. You're making stuff up. No.
I wait.
No.
Everyone would be shocked to see Cheryl's fitness pictures from the past.
Listen, that's a very, and see, I'm already doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, that's ridiculous. There's no way I could ever get to that again. But right, that's what I'm talking about. These little thoughts that start sneaking in.
Yeah.
Don't even have anything to do with what you're doing.
Right.
So
That's my job to plant some seeds on some whys for you there.
Oh, brother. Well,
So,
that ain't a seed that is going to take root. I can assure you.
I'm sure everyone on this call would love to see you enter a fitness competition.
Okay, well, and then you would never see me on another call because you have to work out like 8 to 10 hours a day.
You could do a webcam from the gym.
No, we've got to have our priorities in line. Oh, my land.
I do have my priorities in line.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Too funny. All right, who else has got some whys besides Cheryl's fitness competition that she's entering?
I do have a why, but I had a meeting, so I wasn't able to listen in on the the earlier conversations, but I did have a few questions first. So, as far as testing my ketosis, that will happen on Thursday, correct? Thursday morning?
Yeah, so that's when it should happen. But Pamela decided to test this morning. She was already there, which is, it can happen. Bodies can respond, and bodies like, hey, yeah, we no carbs. Let's go right into ketosis. Boom. Other people, so some people take 2 days, some people take 2 weeks. It's just, we're doing all we can to make it happen by Thursday. But there's going to be, 1, 2, 3 people that just don't make it, and that's fine. Because their bodies are really going to fight that. And when I'm in, and I can be, there's some wiggle room. It's tough for me to get in, though. I got to be super good. But other people, again, like Pamela, she was super easy. So yeah,
Now,
test tomorrow and see, or test today later.
okay. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, my brain. I was also going to ask about, you mentioned something about homework. Was this something we were supposed to do on the Facebook? Because I missed that part.
Yep. So you got to say, I weigh blank.
Oh.
And then here's the thing I forgot to tell everybody. It's good to pick a date. So I'm going to Cabo on the 1st of March. So I weigh 180 by March 1st.
Okay.
So you want to pick a date. It helps a lot. So my best clients, my best weight loss clients in my life were soon to be brides. So women would call me and say, Paul, I'm getting married June 1st. Got to help me. So they got a date in mind. They got a reason why they want to lose the weight. Cause I got to fit in this dress, and I'm going to get pictures taken on that day. And it's the most important day of my life. And all these things are going through their mind, and they just stick to everything. They do it all, no matter what. And they hit the goal on the date, like all the time. So why is that happening? Because they got a solid number in place they want to hit. They got a result. They got a couple big reasons why. They got a deadline they got to hit. So all these factors make them super successful. So we want to recreate that in your life. Not that anybody here's getting married this summer that I know of. And if you are, please invite us. Cheryl and I love to come to weddings. And
Absolutely.
I will.
Yeah. But if you don't, you got to create something, and if you got to make it up, this just like this date's really, I want to look great by 4th of July, whatever it is that's, some kind of date or time or New Year's Eve or whatever it is that's by that date, I'm going to,
That's
and
a
then,
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll be 39 in July. So, I definitely want to like drop some pounds, just like maybe 10 to 12 pounds is what I'm looking to do. So, I have gained some weight over the past year and a half. So, so I am excited to, just focus on me and provide that self-care. But as far as like my why, that's a part of it. But the bigger scope of things for me is I'm so passionate about health and wellness, and I've been a part of Longevity for a couple of years now. I just want to be able to help others any way possible. I am like a church girl. I've been, I'm a pastor's daughter, and I've been in church my entire life. So I really want to bless the people of God, through this message of health and wellness. And so, because there's so many people in the churches that are just sick, they could be spiritually well, but physically not well,
Right.
So it's all about being whole. I think like you were mentioned also too with the mental wellness, that's another part of it. A lot of them are sick mentally because they're stuck in their old habits and mindsets.
Yeah.
So it's just about teaching and also being an example, showing them that, we can make changes if we discipline ourselves and really, really just stick with it and go all the way until you reach your goals. So that's really my why. I'm actually going to be starting school in March for the holistic health practitioner program.
Oh, wow.
With the Natural Healing Institute of Naturopathy. Because I want to eventually have a wellness center and be able to just help a lot of people, so that's the grand scope of things when it comes to my why, and it's just all about serving.
It is. And you gotta, let's face it, you gotta look the part. People are not going to look at you as an expert or someone that's going to help them if you don't do it yourself. So you got to lead by example. That's the big thing in life, that you got to lead by example. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Pamela, you got a question hand up over there.
You know what? I just want to add to what Talitha was saying in that, in the Bible, it tells us that an average age is supposed to be 120 years old. And we're not living up to that because of the lifestyles that we have. And those of us who are following the Lord, we should be set apart, be an example, and look different from everybody else. And the problem is that most people in church are very sick because of the food that they eat. If you think about it, when you go to church gatherings, the garbage that's being fed, that's inexpensive or whatever, it's just not healthy. And so I love her idea to create a change, in her church community and through creating this wellness program. And I just want to applaud her for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for saying all that, Pamela. That's 100% true. So here's your new homework assignment for today. So not only do you have to write out 50 times I weigh blank by blank, but you also have to write out at least 3, and you got to put these in priority order. So your biggest one at the top, but the more the better. I want to achieve this result because ... And again, you would say, because I want to wear a size 6 shirt or pair of pants or look good in those jeans or something. But you got to state it as if it already happened. So, because, and then you got to kind of reword these so that I look great in my size 8 jeans. I now can wear a size large shirt for me. So I want to throw away all my extra large shirts and only wear a size large from now on. So that was a big thing in my life that I'm doing. Because I look great, on the beach now, so it's actually, it's first person, positive, present tense. So 3 things you got to do for not only your results that you want, but also the reasons why you want those results. So, and think of yourself as already wearing that dress, already wearing those pants, already having, other things can be like, I know we were talking about Jonathan, Cheryl's husband. His big why was he read that you can lose 5 to 10 pounds of your, or I'm sorry, 5 to 10 pounds of your life, 5 to 10 years of your life by being overweight. So the average person that's overweight loses 5 to 10 years of their life. And, who wants that? So just by getting to an optimal weight for you, you can actually gain back 5 to 10 years of life, quality life. So that so you want to state that, I love the fact that I've hit this weight of blank, because and now I've been able to add 5 to 10 years to my life because of it. And how does that feel? That feels great. So we want to create these feelings of positiveness, of zest, and like, this feels amazing. So once you feel that, it's kind of like, I tell people to go test drive their favorite car. So maybe you can't afford that car, that BMW, whatever your dream car is, but go drive it. Because once you feel it, then you really cement it inside of you, and those emotions will drive you. And again, this is all things to do to get you through the tough times, because most people quit. 95% of all people, they lose some weight and then they quit and then they gain it all back. That's just the raw truth. We cannot have that happen in this group, and we're doing all we can and giving you as many tools as possible to make sure that doesn't happen. So, all right, great. I got to jump off, so we're going to actually take a 10-minute break or so. and then we're going to come back on, and then we're going to do a support call and go through the keto cubes and record that. So we have a good solid recording of the keto cubes in 10 minutes. So anybody that doesn't have a copy of that, please go to the group and then print it out. That page is on there, and we'll be back here in a little bit. Okay. See everyone in a little bit. We'll and then tomorrow we do the same call again for day 3. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks, Tracy. Love you guys. Everybody have a blessed week.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.